Yep, when they do market day in this town, they do not fuck about. I love this guy. Look at this, worn smooth from being sat on and petted for a few centuries. And I lucked out at the castle because there's very secure storage for Abby and my bags. Nice. Good morning, friends. So, having packed and hiked the castle, it's the last thing I'm doing here in Ferrara. I managed to impress upon the staff to store Abby in my pack and my bag so I could walk around. I'm currently in Don Julio's dungeon. Really quite a large room, actually, but kind of had to be. This room was designed for high-level prisoners. Normal criminals were kept in the dungeon down the road, but this was for like strong surveillance, absolutely impregnable. There are 3 of those gratings, and really quite tragic in part because Niccolo III, he had his son and his second wife, who were both 20 and had had an affair, decapitated in this room. And then later on, 50 years later, 2 men who had conspired against the Duke spent 45 years in this room before being released and their sentences commuted. And legend tells that the one who lived the longest, he was 81, was still very vital and walked down the street outside wearing his clothes, which were in fashion 50 years before. Anyway. And I do not know what that is about. A really intricate long-term chess game. Or the names of people who are revenge like the Count of Monte Cristo. Right, so this one is a lower level. I think it's the lowest level. And is not, Jesus. And is not quite as spacious. I can just about stand up in here. So at least got a privy. Yeah. And a bit more of a spacious one in the basement, but actually more depressing because the little one had its own window. This has many bars, even if you could get through there. And that window is across the corridor. Yeah. Kind of like how there are slopes as opposed to stairs. It's quite fun. Now this is really rather beautiful, actually. Painted by Leonardo da Brescia, late 16th century. So I'm in the Ducal Chapel, and honestly, it has a really modern vibe. I mean, look at the floor. But by all accounts, late 16th century. The ceiling needs work and has been in the process of being restored, which is why it's covered in these ugly supportive tapes. But yeah. And again, the little altar room, again, with the very, it's giving me really modern kind of vibes. But the ceiling is beautiful. I sprung the extra €2 to climb the Lion's Tower, where I fully intend to have a cigar, but it's quite a hike up. The sheer echo of my footsteps on these metal steps and gantries is indicating, at least to me, that I should eat less pizza. Right, I'm at the top of the Lion Tower, and with the whole of Ferrara laid out. It's not actually that big a town, now that you see it in its entirety. Anyway, I'm going to do a 360 walk and record. And then I'm going to sit in the shade and have tea and a cigar. Oh, God help us. And that is the town centre with the cathedral there at the back. Notice that steeple's crooked. I like that. That seems to be a little store of spare roofing tiles. I've been trying to gain access to that rotunda in the centre there, but it's been closed every day. So, since I'm halfway through a cigar and I have some tea, a few thoughts about Ferrara before I take the train to Bologna this afternoon. Honestly, I was unsure at first. I just spent 2 awesome weeks in San Marino, but I must admit it grew on me. As I mentioned before, copious amounts of red brick. It's not very big at all, and the people, they're kind of laid back and actually quite friendly. There seems to be a uniform for fashion here. There are so many girls in jeans and leather jackets, and I am there for that. And absolutely everyone wearing glasses is wearing cool glasses. I noticed that on the first day, and it just went from there. It's not the kind of place I'd come to visit just to visit here, but if you're traveling, it's a fantastic place to stop off. Yeah. tight. I don't know what that guy's doing. It looks like he's belly flopping into a medium-sized bath. Really fairly badass model of the city 5 centuries ago. I'm not quite certain what that fortification is. So, there's an exhibit of Nino Migliori, who is a famous Italian photographer from the 50s through to the 70s. And it's pretty cool, actually. And that's not even counting the ceiling. I like this. End of the line, Nino Migliori's most recent work, literally the last couple of years. And half of this room, it's split into 2 halves, and half of it is called Future Self-Portraits. And the other half, broken glasses. It's pretty fun. So that's Ferrara. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like what I do and how I'm doing it, please do like and subscribe. Take care.